Their stories will motivate you. Hey, it also gets very exciting.
Okay, but was there any, before this happened yesterday, when the party saw, because if genuinely the party wants to really unite and this person had gotten the judgment from the court and you don't like the way he's going, was there any reach out to Igwe Agoma to say, we as the SEC, we're calling you to order. We do not like how you're going. We need to have
that is what we have done. That is what we have done. You see, let me tell you. Yes, you see, let me tell you one thing. You know, what this party has suffered is, I told you, rebellion and dissidence. That's what this party has suffered, rebellion and dissidence. And some people have found out a way to believe that when they are rebellious or they are dissident, they get some reward. And we don't want to continue that. We want to end that issue of rewarding rebellion. Because when you begin to reward, rebellious people are very few, they are not many. And from the numbers we have even showed, even if he's saying, even if he's siding us to any side, I'm coming. Even if he's siding us to any side, we are more. So why does he want the will of the minority to reign on the will of the majority? It doesn't happen in a democracy. It can only happen in an autocracy or in a, not even in theocracy, maybe in a monarchy. In a democracy, the will of the majority must prevail. The majority will might be stupid, but that is the will of the majority. And it has to prevail. And not at our level, that our will is not only majority, we are not, nobody is inferior to Igwe Agoma. Not anybody in the state ESCO, the statutory members, none is, he himself can't say anybody is inferior to him.
Okay, be that as it may, I'm still going to do more findings on who actually appealed.
The appeal, you don't need to, you don't need to do, you don't need, your confusion is because you believe. I'm coming, ma. Listen to what I want to say.
I want you to
wait, ma. Listen to what I want to say. No, I'm coming, ma. Let me tell you. No, your confusion is based on the belief that we appealed. And that I'm saying that, first of all, ask yourself, did we go to court?
Because the National Working Committee sent a letter of acknowledgement. Because if you say they were joined in the suit,
there are three parties in the suit on one side.
Okay.
Do you think if the National Working Committee does not accept, that's one party to the suit?
Okay, the other parties, which is Oshomole and...
Oshomole has not, has Oshomole come to say he has accepted or not?
Well, there was no comment from there.
Exactly, I'm coming now, I'm coming. And the other party, if they feel dissatisfied, for example, you take people to court, someone takes you to court, and you lose, and you feel dissatisfied, what will you do?
Appeal.
Straight away. So if such people have appealed, they've appealed. I'm not aware, because I'm not in court. From the judgment Igwe had, some of us have the option of saying, I didn't go to court, why would this one do? I will join in the appeal. This is a nonsense decision. But we looked at the whole judgment and looked at this, okay, since the judge has said, all of you, go and unite the party, go and review the party, we embraced it. Then the same person who went to court for not being consulted will be taking actions without consulting. We should be thinking what he's thinking. If Igwe Agoma should, for example, accuse us, and that accuses that we didn't ask him, oh, why are you going wrong? Is it that God judgment? Is it not his position to reach out to people? He published names of people that should attend this meeting. He removed some names. He published it. Nobody published it. Is that a move of rebuilding party? You send out passport for a Zoom meeting. Yes, I also agree. You know, if it comes to here, it will be like one side. If it goes to another place, let us all agree on that one. Then you are sending passport for Zoom. They don't give to some people. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? So you can see from his actions, they don't agree with his explanation. And he's bringing this explanation because we have taken the appropriate decision. If you are not taking this appropriate decision, we'll be running this round and round until 2023 will come and nothing will happen. And Rivers will stone you if you say you're APC. They will stone you. Look at the frustration in the state. And somebody within party that said he wants unity is Amechi. Who said so? See, my sister, I tell you, relationship, the way both of us are, relationship, if you offend me and I want to do something, you shouldn't hear it from somewhere. If indeed we are true to each other, you should hear it from somewhere. I'll say, look, Debby, I didn't like this thing you did and I want to take this action. Then maybe we need to explain. From there, we move forward. You can't wake up tomorrow morning and hear that I've taken such action against you. And tomorrow I come and tell you, you know, you're my person. It makes no sense. It does not sound logic. So you should leave this as a core nature and everything. I'm surprised for him to say such a thing. When I heard of this is going to court, I sent him a message. I said, go, I'm not aware that you are going to court. If I have known before, now I can read the text message to you. It's here. I would have advised you against it. And I'll give you the response you gave to me. The same ago, I have it. I'll give to you, and you read.
Okay. Now that from the SEC and the majority of the SEC, there's an agreement that you are the acting chairman of the party. Is there any alignment with the national? Hold on, let me round up the question. Why I asked that question is because I know yesterday while you were on live, you said that the people who swore in war bombs are not really the people who ought to do the swearing in. A group of people met somewhere. But up till now, the party has not disassociated itself from that swearing in. They have not made any disclaimer to say we did not swear this person in, and the news is everywhere. That's number one. Number two, if the party actually reached out to Ego, I beg your pardon, because I also have that letter where he was reached out to by the party, asking him that going by some actions taken by some anti-party actions, and only to the fact that originally he had already resigned. Though I have also seen letters that affirms that after he didn't win the governorship election, he was reunited with the party. But I also have those letters.
Who is the he you're talking about?
I'm talking about Victor Giano.
Okay. So because if you say he, there are too many he's
I'm
here.
talking about, when I go to national, I'm referring to the issue on ground in terms of the position of the national.
No, wait. I don't think that was our problem. Easy go. That brought that matter to the Rivers State. I can tell you straight away. And as a journalist, you should not just say you want to be neutral. Then you ask question from one person's point of view. I'm coming, man. You know,
I really
I'm
think
coming.
allow me land.
I'm coming. Let me correct this impression, because that's the problem. I will not want you to build the question the way I'm going to build it. I end up to tell you no comment, you know, or no opinion, nothing to say. I have something to say, and I have to say it. There's no problem at national level as far as we are concerned. It's good I brought national issues to this place. From what you are saying, are you aware today, as we speak, there are some people who say they are members of the National Working Committee wanted to go to the party secretariat forcefully to remove Victor Giano and those of the members of the National Committee that are there with him, and the police have sealed off the place as we speak now. So let us not go into things. The police, they have lawyers, and they have looked at all the court pronouncements, and they know that what these people are trying to do is ultra vires, is trying to resort to self-help. And because they're trying to resort to self-help, they now say, everybody, in March, they tried it. And the police came and stopped everybody. And after looking at all the judgments they have, they made the pronouncement of who should be operating for a national secretary. The same Victor Giano. And the same judgment had been extended by 2 weeks. And in politics, they're saying that, the 9th of June till now is such a short time for people to watch. In politics, 10 minutes is a lot. 10 minutes, 5 minutes is a lot. Decisions can be taken now, and before the decisions are implemented, those decisions have changed. So if since 9th of June, you had a judgment, which you know he had a judgment, it's appropriate for him to consult widely. If he say he was consulting, okay, people embraced him. Who did not embrace him? He put everybody in the platform. I'm coming. Yes, no.
I haven't landed.
The national, there's no need for you to go to national.
No, because you also mentioned the national when you were citing the places he go aired.
Yeah.
I remember you did say
Yes,
that
yes, you did.
part of the errors is
Yes.
for him to give a substitute to fill in a space that is not vacant.
Yes.
That is what you claim. So there's no way. And then, as a journalist, I'm not a journalist for only Rivers State. I am a journalist in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So if there's a matter that actually relates to Rivers State from the national, Victor Gadam is from here, so it relates to Rivers State. Can I be allowed to finish the question I was trying to ask?
Okay, ask.
Thank you very much. So back to what I was trying to ask. I said, as it stands, Igo Agoma has a letter that came from the National Working Committee requesting that, going by the resignation of Victor Gadam as the Deputy National Secretary of the party, that there is need to fill the vacant space, that he should consult and provide somebody that can replace that position. That was part of what you said he did that was wrong, but from what he explained to me, the party, the National Working Committee, because I'm meant to now understand that there are different units. It's not just the National Working Committee according to your explanations. But the National Working Committee asked him for that. And he provided. I don't know where he had, maybe he did not consult with everybody, as you have claimed that people were not properly infused into the meetings to really say, oh, if this is like this, let us now bring someone else. You understand? So, let us leave there. Now, the thing is, it seems to me that the National Working Committee aligns with him and don't seem to have any problems with his so far policies or what he has done. Is the SEC in discussions at all with the National Working Committee? Or everybody just does what they feel it's okay?
That's the question I want to ask.
Yes, sir.
Good. You see, that's why I said you don't answer this type of question. Because this question is from the point that you believe that Ugo is working with National Working Committee. I am telling you that Ugo is not working with National Working Committee. People sign letters. They are signing letters and people sign letters. The party, because the National Secretary was given waiver to go and contest governorship, he won governorship. And that position needs to be filled. When the position is to be filled, the zone will meet and nominate somebody. The zone will meet and nominate with a national office. And because the contest, and we cannot conduct Congress, National Convention for that office. So the zone will meet and nominate somebody. That somebody will send to the National Working Committee. So if you does not know the processes, I will tell you. National Working Committee will now send it to NEC for ratification before that person acts in that office as acting National Secretary. Until when the mini convention, the April convention is called to ratify him, or not to ratify him, or to re-elect him. Just like Chief Victor Gadam. Oji Ngofa was acting National Secretary. After Oji Ngofa was made an ambassador to the Netherlands, the state met, because that was the state thing, to know the zonal thing. The state met and nominated Chief Victor Gadam to replace him, which was sent to the zone, which was transferred to the NEC and transferred to National Working Committee and transferred to NEC, and NEC accepted Victor Gadam as acting National Secretary, Assistant National Secretary, Deputy National Secretary, acting Deputy National Secretary. And a mini convention was held to ratify that appointment. Now, apart from that, when he served out that tenure, Victor Gadam contested an election to be elected as Deputy National Secretary. Victor Gadam contested and won election as Deputy National Secretary. So, yes, you are aware. So these are the processes. In the process of going through the governorship elections, Victor Gadam was nominated as governorship running mate to Tony Patrick Cole. But because of the dissidence and rebellion within the party, Victor and Toneko didn't run the election. Now, Victor did not have right to resign. If anybody says the right to resign, they should produce the document. Victor wrote to be given waiver to go and contest the election, and the National Working Committee and NEC approved that waiver. It's written. You have seen that document. If you have not seen it, I also sent to you. Good. So, I'm coming. If you have it, then you ask the question in that direction. You know? So, the waiver was approved. After the elections, when he could not fulfill it, he wrote to return to do it. So, because when they gave him the waiver, it's also added that though he's going to campaign, he should continue his work as a deputy national secretary. That's what that letter says. So there is nowhere we are talking of resignation. And there is no letter showing that Victor Gedon resigned at any point in time. So there is nobody can say that his office is vacant and so come and fill the person. So whichever National Working Committee that told you that Victor Gedon's office was vacant, that National Working Committee is not APC National Working Committee. That is what I'm trying to point out to you. That's what I'm trying to point out to you. And Victor Gedon now received a letter approving that return to his office from the National Secretariat of the party. He didn't write it. So there is no vacancy whatsoever for anybody to go and fill. And Igwe should know this very, very, very well. Igwe and his cohorts should know this very well. And that's why we are saying that the actions they have taken is to bring the party in Rivers State to disrepute. It means like we don't know what the rules are. We don't know what is happening in the party. If we claim to be...
want to go into the national policy.
No, you have come... No, you brought it.
I brought it in because you cited...
No, you brought it.
Cited it, sir, as
you
one
brought
of
it.
the things he did.
Yes, now that's what I'm explaining to you further. And that's what I'm explaining.
Because he also defended that yesterday. I brought every matter up.
So
that's
that's what I'm saying, that there was no vacancy for him to fill. There was no vacancy for him to fill. So whoever has written to him to fill a vacancy is not from the National Secretariat or the party.
Okay, well, like I said, I won't want to go into the night because I have so many questions. No, I have so many questions when you ask that because you cited so many things, but I understand that there was anyway, maybe we should talk about it a little bit because you're the state acting chairman at this point. So I think you qualify to discuss it. Maybe you would give me some answers to maybe. So let's go into it. No problem. If there was a vacant, somebody was appointed minister and the person is supposed to be the deputy chairman of the party, and the Southwest was told, oh, give us another person. This person now has been appointed, and they picked or appointed Ajimobi, Abiola Ajimobi. And around that period was perhaps when Oshomole also went to court to challenge his suspension. At that point, we know the COVID-19 thing, there was break and all that. Eventually, going by the fact that Gedon had gotten that order, perhaps before they even reached out to Ajimobi, I need to get the documents to know whether the dates tally. But I'm not really sure at this point. But the thing is, if the party has said, there is somebody that has been presented to us, and he is fully aware that there's somebody that has been presented to the party to be the deputy national chairman of that party, which by hierarchy, if the national chairman is absent, should fill in the position. Would it be out of place to still go to ask the court to reinterpret what the judgment he got at the point when maybe there was no chairman, there was no deputy national chairman in place to take that position? Good question.
Now, let me tell you. Just as I explained with the issue of the National Secretary, the same way it is with the issue of Deputy National Secretary. Now, secondly, those who have informed you, have not informed you that in APC we have two Deputy National Secretary, two Deputy National Chairmen. Maybe they didn't inform you that. We have two Deputy National Chairmen, and whose duty is to deputize for the National Chairman in his absence. Now, before this time, the suspended National Chairman has suspended one of his deputies. He has suspended Deputy National Chairman North. you know. So he didn't go to contested election, he's there. So he's the deputy national chairman. Oshomole suspended his deputy national chairman.
Okay.
Now, in the process of these court cases, one of the things that the political solution to the issues was that Oshomole will recall the deputy national chairman. So in this process we are talking, we're not even talking about Ajimobi going to act in place of Oshomole. Is that deputy national chairman? Not. So when Oshomole came, he quashed the suspension. That is within Oshomole's powers. You see the point? But now, why is that deputy national chairman not claiming to be acting national chairman? Because the court has set aside every action Oshomole took while this case was there. Otherwise, we'll not be talking about Ajimobi at all. We'll not even be talking about Victor Giadon at all. So Ajimobi has not completed the processes of becoming deputy national chairman South. He has not completed the processes. So those who say they're acting for him, is it wedding ceremony that you cannot? I'm coming. That I cannot go. Debby, please, I cannot go for this wedding ceremony. Go and act. It's party with laws, with constitution, with processes.
You just got appointed yesterday. What were the processes that you went through?
The process I went through is the majority of the people sat.
That's exactly what happened with the National Working Committee?
No, that's not what happened in the National Committee.
The NEC also backed it up.
No.
The appointment of Ajimobi.
No. The NEC, I'm telling you that the NEC didn't back it up. That's the issue it's having. The NEC has not met since Ajimobi was presented to the party from his zone. The NEC has not met. Let anybody tell you which NEC met. They should quote the day the NEC met to ratify the appointment of Ajimobi. Those who claim that, tell them, we challenge them to produce the NEC that ratified Ajimobi's appointment. There's no NEC like that. The only NEC that was called after they found a political solution to the meeting, maybe that's the opportunity Oshomole would have used to ratify Ajimobi's appointment. He did not. As the president finished his address and let Oshomole close the meeting. That was opportunity he would have used. He didn't use it.
But the party also has a national secretary, don't they?
The national secretary was saying that one has not been ratified. In fact, that matter of national secretary that Bulama is now signing is just this week, last week, they resolved it. That they will present him to NEC. And I waited. So Bulama cannot sign anything for anybody. Whatever Bulama is signing is of no effect. I saw one of the documents he sent to me, no date. So maybe when it's ratified, maybe that's when you put a date to that document. You sent to me, I've said there's no date on it. And you see that when there's no date on a document of that nature, it's of no use and of consequence. How do you refer to? They know that what they're doing cannot stand before morality, before the law, before anything. So they feel that they can bamboozle people, and because they have access to media, they have media houses, they have both in print and in electronic media houses, they can do anything they like. No. As a Rivers person, I am paying what some people are doing. Rivers people died in their scores in Rivers State because of this APC. And people cannot sit down somewhere in their comfort, maybe in Lagos or wherever, to begin to throw things about. Rivers State became known as Rivers of Blood because of APC. Then people can do that because of whatever thing that is motivating them. Are they spitting on the graves of those who died? There's a boy now in Onelga. He's totally crippled. In something everybody was killed. So when you see these things, when you begin to recall these things, you get angry. And because of the interest, selfish interest, Rivers State was Rivers of Blood because of APC. It became a crime in Rivers State to say you're an APC member. There's someone who stays somewhere and begin to toy with us. These are the things that annoy us, and that's why when we begin to say people like Ugo doing the things they are doing, we can't allow it to stand. Like you are saying, what is the process? The process is that now there is no party ESCO in Rivers State. So some of those processes cannot be completed, but the court has given us that power to act in that state. And in acting in that state, we have taken these actions.
Before court has given the power to set up a CTC committee.
Yes, it has set, in fact, it set it up.
Aside the other one,
Yeah, it set it up, yes.
A new one,
yes.
Where he is supposed to act as.
He was acting as chairman. Nobody challenged his chairmanship.
So I think we've had a very long interview, and we have cleared some of the issues. Going forward, because the way I'm looking at it, since you said the NEC has not met, they might have to meet. Because at the moment now, the way the party is, I think it's only NEC that might be able to fix things at the national. If you ask me, going by everything I've heard and the sides and everybody's take on this, like you said, there were 10 sides to the story. I've heard different versions of it. So if NEC meets and it doesn't go your way,
we don't have any way. See,
no,
let me go. No, don't get us wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't ask that question. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
It's not that Victor Gallon is the acting national chairman. That's not my way. My way is that for now, Victor Gallon is the acting national chairman. When NEC meets to accept Ajimobi becomes deputy national chairman. But before Ajimobi becomes deputy national chairman, there's a senior deputy national chairman. So Ajimobi himself might not even act. There's another deputy national chairman that will act. So when NEC meets, because the court has said whatever action Oshomole took are null and void. And that's why the deputy national chairman is not acting. That's why Victor Gallon is acting continuously. So get that picture very clear. It's not our way, is that the party constitution, the processes have to be followed.
Okay. So you don't have any problem if NEC meets and decides that this is what is good.
Of course.
At this point.
Of course.
So
About the national convention, in the party's construction, let me tell you one thing. In the party's organogram, the highest body of the party is national convention. You are aware. And because national convention cannot be meeting every day, it now has given a lot of its powers to NEC. And NEC is to meet, I think, at least four times every year. Since Oshomole came, there has been no NEC meeting. The one he even managed to call, he truncated it by himself. So we are saying, let NEC decide. And we are sure that if NEC comes, I don't know, what's Ajimobi? Am I from Southwest? If Southwest say they are bringing Debby Balama, what's my problem? And NEC accepts it. What's my problem with that? I don't have any problem with that. They were saying that you cannot usurp a power you don't have. And you cannot even delegate that power. That power is not even delegatable.
Okay, I think at this juncture we'll just cross our fingers and wait for NEC to decide that.
Exactly.
In the States, what is the way forward?
Good.
Because
Well, my process, we met today, and then we have looked at the party constitution and what to do. And then, so we are getting everybody who are statutory members of the various levels of ESCO, from the senatorial districts to the LGA. So I get those statutory members, and then we will constitute them to work at that level. We are not asked to run the sole administration. If you operate only in Port Harcourt, the party secretary, what of the local government areas, what of the senatorial districts, and a good number of us, and all of us who are in the status school, including the people who are calling the other side on the one side. I don't call them the other side. There's no side. We are one body, and that's why we work to the goal. We will refuse to consult and take unilateral actions. So we will not do that. I can tell you I've made phone calls to a couple of people who didn't, who feel that you have grievances. I'll put it in that form. And true, some they have grievances. Some don't even have personal grievances. They just follow the trend because somebody has the grievances and they feel that the person has genuine grievances. So they follow the trend. So whichever way, I'm making calls, and I'll still make calls to everybody. After we have done everything, we tend to hold a meeting here. With social distancing, we have a hall that can accommodate everybody. And if anybody feels he can't come for a meeting here, we also look at how to organize a meeting where such people too can participate and make their inputs, and then we move on from that point. But I want to assure you that what happened yesterday is to put a stop to the drift. Because like I told you, we are drifting in a river, but suddenly we find ourselves heading to an ocean. And of course, those who can swim have to jump down to the river to hold the boat back so that it doesn't drift into the ocean. And I think that was what we're trying to do. We'll make sure that it's not like somebody has asked me, and I told you there's no victor, there's no vanquished. It's not a victory. You're not on a victory. You're not celebrating that you have won a head. You don't celebrate such things, not a victory. It's an internal party thing. All of us are friends. All of us relate to each other. All of us have each other's phone calls. We visit each other every time. I can tell you, my younger sister died, not going to call to condole with me. So there are things like that. So we are not at war. It's just like people look at the issues, how things are done differently. And some of us are able to contain that difference and move ahead, while some of us are not able to contain that difference and try to do a different thing, go a different way. At the end of the day, if anybody is truly an APC member in Rivers State, he should be interested in peace. In peace, in the proper form, it should be so everybody comes together, because we are making Rivers people to be frustrated. We are making Rivers people to be helpless. You say, I want to do an opinion poll. Also go and do an opinion poll. How Rivers people feel? I believe in Rivers State, Rivers girl. People, they feel frustrated. They feel that the APC that should provide alternative policy platform, it's like it's not ready. It's like it's factionalized. They are saying, but we are not factionalized. That's the message I'm trying to point out. That we are not factionalized. We are one party. We have one leader. The only thing is that some of us think that the leader is not taking them along, or is doing things they don't like. It's for that to be sorted out. But I'm not sure anybody has come to say, Amechi is leader, I'm also leader of this equal right with Amechi. There's nobody in the APC Rivers State can ever say that. And nobody has said that. So, not even Magnus, they have never said so. So I cannot ascribe that to them. So that's why I'm trying to point out that if we have factions, you see that, oh, this person's faction, hey, who's leader? No, it's not my leader, this is my leader. But you don't hear that. Everybody says the leader. Everybody says the leader. So it means it's one. And when everybody says the leader, then there is faction. Faction is eliminated. But there are differences. And we have to address differences. I agree.
Given the side of the story, also have a comprehensive utility, blah, 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 to get to the other side of the story too. There are always two sides of the story. They all seem to have a nice way of explaining it. They all seem to have a nice way of making it look like the problem is close to being solved. So we hope that eventually the whole chaos will find a way around it. Make sure that there's actually an alternative party in Rivers State that can be united in 2023 to give Rivers people the options of voting. Still FACTUAL CHAT with Debby. Thanks for watching.
Their stories will motivate you. Hey, it also gets very exciting.